Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever or whenever you may be. This is the overnight. I am DM Foss, and joining me tonight is Barrett. How you doing, Barrett?
Doing pretty good. We're doing a solo cast throwback.
Send out some links, and we'll see if anybody else shows up. Um, and I saw Moo out there, so maybe I'll send Moo one. He says he's sleepy, but let's see who else is out there. Mandatory Carry was out there earlier. We'll see if he makes it back. DJ Play Nice. Whoops, there we go. You have a link, DJ, if you want to come in. Gun websites. You have a link if you want to come in. X Adam 1. Good evening, good evening. Once again, Moo. And Gun Metal Guy USA. How's it going? Ooh, Gizzard Gary. He's up late. Maybe I'll send you one too. You want a link, Gary? Come in and chit chat with us.
He is in the Discord. The link is in the Overnight Prep channel. So anyone that is in there, free to come in.
Before I forget, like I always forget, he's maybe on his way down. So, well, it's there for you if you want. Let me get our banner going. So there's email address if you have comments, questions, Gorn. We can do Gorn.
Gorn's fun.
Yeah. And if you watch this in replay, go ahead and leave a comment. Anything that we talked about is we can kind of keep the conversation going. I always read the comments, and most of the time, I respond. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I try to. And there's a link to the Discord in the description. It's a place, the Overnight Discord, place to kind of hang out, chit chat, share memes, Gorn, whatever. Have fun. And if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe or whatever, all that stuff that we're supposed to do, I guess.
Yeah, I wonder, what do you think the percentage is of people that watch this show that aren't subscribed to you? One person?
Yeah, I would say it's probably low for people who aren't subscribed because I don't know if anybody else is going to be looking. Ooh, Mad Sexy. It's out there. Good evening.
Speaking of Discord, thought we'd go over what Discord is, right?
Sure.
In case people don't know, it's a social media software platform. It's kind of like Facebook, but your own private version. Do you think that's fair to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and we got, about 30-something people in there?
Something like that.
Yeah, and we can talk about guns. We have a deal page where we post sales and stuff. We used to have a deal bot. Remember that?
Yeah.
We'd post every 5 minutes. Everyone muted that channel. They hated that bot. News page, gun rights page. Washington State citizen. We have a subscription to Washington. Is it Washington Gun Law? Is that the channel name?
Yeah.
And every time he posts a video, it gets posted in there. As far as what would you call it? server expectations. Is that the right word? Code of conduct.
Yeah, or just general rules for the server.
Don't be an asshole, and you should get along fine. Speaking of which, we've had a little bit of rise of assholery in the side chat, just a little bit. So if people could keep the comments friendly, that'd be cool. What do you think?
Yeah, it's what just don't um, a little back and forth banter is fine, but it's just when personal attacks and stuff like that, that's counterproductive.
Especially when they come out of nowhere, like it's not even on the topic.
Yeah, so
You're free to make fun of people for carrying 9mm. Do that all you want.
well, we just want everybody to be able to come and hang out,
Be welcome.
participate. But
Should we drop the link for the server?
yeah, you can drop it in the side chat. Like I said, it's also in the description. So especially if you're watching this in replay, that's probably where you'll easier to find it. But
There's the link for the server.
Tim S is just doing a drive-by. Hey,
Thanks
Hey,
for
back
stopping
to you.
by, Tim.
appreciate it. Tonight we were going to talk about anti-gun companies. So there's a few links in the description. Two of them are from Recoil. I guess it's probably Recoil magazine, but they're online. Recoil Web, something like that. But there was a letter that was sent to the Senate after a mass shooting, and it was 145 CEOs of companies. And then one of the links for that is the actual letter itself that was sent. And then there's a link to I forget what I linked to. Shoot. What the heck
The
did I
Common
link to?
Sense Gun Lobby. Don't feed the
No.
gun prohibitionists. That one.
No, I linked to one of the institutes.
Cato.
Cato Institute. Yeah, it's an article from the Cato Institute about Patreon. And that's kind of what got me thinking about this after the last show. It's not talked about as quite as much, but it still pops up from now and again. People saying that Patreon is anti-gun.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was real big a while ago.
Yeah, and that was
Everyone laughed.
well, there was Sargon. It was right around the
Sargon
same
of
time.
Akkad.
Sargon of Akkad was kicked off. Then, God, what's his face? Cody.
Gun guy.
Homesteader.
Wrangler Star.
Wrangler Star.
He didn't get kicked off. He left.
Yeah, the Wrangler Star left and made a big kerfuffle. And I forget who, there were a few people that some were kicked off and then some left.
TFB TV was kicked off. Yankee was kicked off and let back on, right?
I don't remember exactly what happened. But with companies like, with Patreon, I think the tech companies tend to lean, to the left, but they're still look at how many other channels, gun channels, are still on Patreon. Um, there's the one of the big things, and I wish I could remember. It's been, all this kind of happened. Was it a couple years ago? 2019 ish, when this all really started coming to a
Sargon
head.
of Akkad?
Yeah,
I think so. I can
but
check.
well, it's not real important. Um, but there was an issue with some of those channels that were kicked off, breaking the terms of service,
Yep.
having to do with sponsorships and stuff like that. And like I said, I don't recall exactly, and wasn't really able to dig up the details. Yeah,
December of 2018.
Yeah. So, it's easy to say that these companies are anti-gun when they're companies. They're in it to make money. And like I said, I do believe that they kind of lean to the left, where they will lean that way. And there definitely are people, it's kind of come out where there are people in their companies that are way left and anti-gun, and so they have some influence on what's going on, but the company itself is there to make money. So they will go where the wind blows. I've said it a bunch of times, where most Americans don't care about guns. The gun owners and people involved in guns and care about gun rights and all that. Have a good night, Mad Sexy. Thanks for stopping by. Most Americans don't care. So if guns disappeared, they wouldn't care. So they can be easy to scare too, where, you hear all these, the way these, if there's a shooting or something like that, whether the way it's framed, whether it's misleading or not, they don't know. That's, as an aside, that's where I think our part is to kind of help them, bring them in and help them see that, rather than just shout at people, because you rarely will you ever change somebody's mind by shouting at them.
Yeah.
But YouTube also, where they've cracked down on. Lately, it's been the reloading, people casting their own bullets and stuff like that, which I really don't understand why.
Yeah, they went from banning how to manufacture a gun to like even ammo. You can't show any of it, which is weird, because there are videos with hundreds of thousands of views of people building AR-15s from 80% lowers.
Yeah, there's, you can still look up on how to put together a regular lower. But, so does that mean that YouTube is anti-gun? My channel is still here. Your channel is still here. Look at how many gun channels. If they did not want gun channel, any
not
gun
for
channels,
lack of trying. So my channel did get in a little bit of trouble recently.
If they didn't want any gun channels to be on their platform, none of us would be here on their platform.
That is true.
They have kind of changed their I don't know if I would say their focus, but to where, when it started out, they were trying to get content from anybody they could. So, you know, it was kind of a wild west of videos and stuff. And now they're trying to be more mainstream, almost to compete with TV networks. You know,
Yeah.
you can watch movies for free on YouTube. Um,
Cobra Kai. They had their own TV show. Big hit. Didn't they sell it to Netflix, though? You think that means they're losing?
well, Netflix is losing.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm not sure. I didn't keep up with it, with what that's going. But so they're trying to be more middle of the road, um, mainstream, you know, to make money. And that's kind of where my view in general, all companies, you know, they are there to make money. So if they need to be anti-gun, they will be anti-gun. If it was more profitable to be pro-gun, they would be pro-gun. One of the dirty secrets is a lot of companies will donate to both sides.
Yep.
To hedge their bets. They'll donate to Republicans and they'll donate to Democrats.
Isn't that what was it? The knife company out of Portland. What is their name? Benchmade.
Benchmade.
Didn't they get in trouble for that?
Well, the whole thing with Benchmade was the police came to them and asked them to destroy some guns, and so they cut them up for them.
Yeah.
And then the police put it on their, I don't know if it was Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and that's how everybody found out.
And they looked into their donations, right?
That I don't remember. Because
I'm 99% sure I'm probably 50% right on that.
Well, there's 40%. That could be. But the big row was them agreeing to cut up the guns.
Which is funny because I don't have a problem with that.
I don't really. It's not a good look, and they paid for it. I mean, there's a lot of people who still hate them for doing it. Let me real quick say hello. There are a few people that popped into the chat.
Yeah.
Telos. Good evening, Telos.
Good to see you.
Gunpowder Beauty. What was that?
I said good to see you.
Oh.
Telos. One of the server members.
Seven Wonders popped in, but is probably going to sleep. PNW Woods, I sent you a link if you want to jump in. American Ammo and Firearms. Good evening. And I wanted to go back to your comment. So I just kind of scanned it when I was blabbing. They're anti-gun, but it's too many people who support guns, so they attack us behind the scenes on monetizations and strikes. I kind of don't agree. It depends on you know, like if we're talking YouTube, I don't think
it's
so. YouTube still makes money. We're going to go on a tangent here for a second. That's the real shitty thing that happens is they will tell a channel that they are not advertiser friendly and then run ads on their channel and not pay them. Well, if they weren't advertiser friendly, then why are you running ads on their channel?
Yeah, I think I saw an NRA ad on one of your videos. You're not even monetized. Yeah.
No, I'm not. So if you see ads on my channel, I am not monetized. That's a choice to not be monetized. I just don't want to deal with it. So it's not my doing. So I apologize for any ads you have to sit through. But also, you know, you might be right about um, AAF. I'm just spouting my opinion. It's the nonsensical ramblings of an unsettled mind in the middle of the night.
If they were anti-gun, though, they would nuke the big channels. They'd nuke Hickok 45 and Grantham and Military Arms Channel, all these big guys. Iraq Veteran, right?
Well,
I mean, they're doing machine gun meltdowns on that channel, and YouTube's perfectly fine with it.
I'm not absolutely sure how to fall on that because they're a moneymaker.
Yep.
Again, goes back to they're making money for them. So
They're not anti-gun so much as they're anti-tiny channels shooting machine guns.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I could be completely wrong here. Because, yeah, like I said, I definitely believe there are some within the tech companies that are 100% anti-gun, want everybody to lose them. But as the company goes, companies, and I don't mean to attack any person within a company personally, but a company is there to make money. That's their goal. Some, I would say Brownells, incredible customer service. I've never had a problem with them, and even got, I think it was Brownells that sent out emails when the whole cough started, apologizing for delays in shipping, and I had never had anything delayed in shipping, but they were proactive and taking care of their customers. So there are companies that care, but most companies don't care. They don't. Your car insurance company doesn't care about you. They care about your money. No matter what their commercial says, it's just a commercial to bring in new customers. Yeah, now I got myself sidetracked.
Can I go back to an original point you made?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's two things. Both of them are kind of Oregon central. So going back to Benchmade, I don't have a problem with them cutting up those guns there's like two options for guns, right? That are used in crimes. They're either going to be sold by the police or they're going to be cut up, right?
Yeah, it just depends on what their policies on it are.
Yeah.
For Washington, they sell them, and they're trying to. Somebody was trying to stop that, and I don't know if it ever went anywhere. I don't think it went anywhere.
But supposedly Benchmade was the only company that was equipped to cut them up. So they made some money doing a service that needed to be done, would have been done anyway. It's not like they were buying back guns and cutting them up, right?
Yeah.
And going way, way back, the whole Patreon thing, Wrangler Star, you remember his video? People got mad at him saying he was screwing over the gun community. He told people that he wasn't going to contribute money on Patreon anymore. That he was going to go to, wasn't it Subscribestar?
I remember it happening. I don't remember the specifics of what he said.
But I mean, if people quit Patreon and then didn't subscribe with another service, that's on them being lazy, right?
Yeah.
Not on him.
Yeah, because there were, and I don't remember who exactly, but there were some that said, when their channel got kicked off, they basically put out hit pieces on like Patreon saying everybody should leave them. And there were a lot of people that left, and it hurt a lot of other gun channels.
Yeah, that is true.
But
I remember
those
people trying to
a
tell
lot of
Yankee.
a lot of those people that did that don't care about the gun community. They
Nope.
care about they were there to make money. And once one of their sources were gone, they were willing to burn it down for everybody because they didn't care.
Which is not good unless they gave an alternative, in my mind. Like they said, don't use Patreon, go to Subscribestar, here's my account.
Um,
Because I remember people telling Yankee to go to Subscribestar and to stop using Patreon because they didn't want to give Patreon part of their money, but they still wanted to give Yankee his money. And he waited for like over 2 years, didn't he? And he finally has one now. And he's complaining not enough people had joined. If he had opened an account when that had happened, I guarantee he'd have way more people giving him money in Subscribestar.
that's a possibility. And X Adam one was saying anti bad press, kind of like how Academy stopped selling 30-round magazines, even in free states, likely to avoid topic of high capacity. That was something else I wanted to touch on, like
I didn't know
Dick's Sporting Goods. They were on the list. I think they were on the list of people who sent the letter.
They were
to the Senate, and then they stopped selling guns. Stopped selling ARs. They still, some of their stores still sell hunting stuff,
shotguns and bolt actions and stuff.
And like Walmart, who stopped selling guns and ammo in some of their stores, but in their big hunting stores, probably like the South, they still sell guns and ammunition because they have to survive in that environment. Wheeled and Well Armed is out there. Good morning. I don't know if I said Woods. I sent you a link if you want to jump in. But, it's easy to make generalities about what's going on. And, sometimes it's true, but sometimes it's not.
You got to look into it yourself.
Yeah. That's why I brought up like Patreon and the YouTubes, where it's, for YouTube, they have the benefit of saying, they're whether they're a platform or a publisher, and they say they're a platform, but then they use publisher rules.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of allowed to do that. And there is definitely some kind of backhanded stuff that they've done. Like when they were trying to build YouTube, they had their partnership program where they encouraged people to put money into revenue or into advertising to grow. It would grow their channel and it would grow the website. And then some of the channels that did that, then they got punished for the content that they were doing, which was the same content they were doing when they were in the partnership, when YouTube came to them and said, we'll help you if you spend more money. To me, which is almost like a breach of contract. You do this for us and then we'll help you. And they did that for them, and then they end up getting kicked off.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I've been on YouTube for 11 years now. Am I crazy? Didn't you used to be able to be monetized without all these crazy requirements? I swore I used to be monetized at one point.
I don't remember.
I was making like pennies on videos. But I lost the the password to that account. So it's just gone. The account's still up though.
Still making money that you can't get.
Yep. Thousands of views, and I can't touch any of it. It's killing me.
I don't know. I don't recall. It's possible.
I bet you G-Webs would know.
Gizzard Garrett is saying Walmart still sells long guns in Kansas and hunting ammo.
Yeah, Telos. The password, I usually make insanely long passwords. And I'm not sure which email I used. So, not good.
Yeah,
I gave up.
this was more than a few years ago, but one of the guys that was involved in trying, in making passwords more complex, and I don't remember who he worked for in any of the real details, but he came out and said, yeah, after 10 years or whatever, that it doesn't really make a big difference if it's a big complex password or not. So just make passwords that you can remember.
I would disagree, but I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember because it was, one of those things that you just see in passing, and it kind of thought it was interesting. So it might have been, this is how long it was ago. Oh, it was on Tech TV.
Oh, wow.
It was an interview on Tech TV with Leo. It was either Tech TV or right after they switched to G4 before they got stupid and started appealing to 15-year-olds when it was actually, about computers.
Which is dumb because 15-year-olds don't have any money.
Well, it's about, for advertisers, it's about views for
They
television.
should want viewers that have money to spend.
Yeah. Telus was involved in the revival and re-death of G4 TV.
The re-death. Haven't heard that before.
Well, it didn't.
Instead of rebirth.
They brought it back, and I think it's dead again because nobody really liked it, and then the host attacked the viewers, and so that's as far.
Well, no one likes 15-year-olds.
So back to whatever. Tells us saying dying, not dead. So, yeah, now I got us off track.
We were ever on track?
I don't know. But like I said, and this is all just, my opinion. This is how I see the world. And I could be absolutely completely wrong, but if we're discussing it, maybe we'll figure out what's going on. And that's for this chat, that's kind of what it is, I give my opinion, and anybody out there that's in the side chat or on the panel, give their opinion, and we talk about it. And we're not screaming at each other.
I don't think we've ever done that.
No, because I wouldn't put up with it.
You just kick me out immediately.
But I would give them somebody a warning, and ask them politely to calm
I meant
down.
you and me.
Oh no. No.
I do have a question for you.
Yes.
If you got a pro gun, supposedly, company, let's say they make coffee, and you have an anti-gun, supposedly, company that makes coffee, do you pick the pro gun, quote unquote, one, or the more successful, better tasting anti-gun, quote unquote, one?
It just depends on what you want to support, and if I slam a company, like Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart. I choose not to shop at Walmart. And that's my choice. But if somebody else wants to, you know, that's their choice. I'm not going to complain about it. So if somebody wants Black Rifle coffee, or what's the
Who's
other?
that?
What's the
Never heard
other?
of 'em. Starbucks.
It's Starbucks is awful. It's bitter because it's over roasted.
Never had it.
Yeah, I think I only had it once, and it was terrible. I don't know. I don't understand why people like it.
Must be the logo. They got a thing for mermaids.
Well, the old logo.
Yeah. That one's not safe for work anymore, right?
No. So, yeah. Sorry, I think I cut you off. Or, so you were asking, which do you choose?
Yeah, do you pick quality over company, not morals, but what would you call that? Company stances? Like if NRA made coffee and it sucked, would you buy it just to support them if you liked the NRA?
Sometimes, yes. I've done that with, like a local company where it's something that's, mediocre, not bad, not great, but I like the person. Yeah, I'll support them.
What I'm getting at is we're coming out with our own coffee so you can support us on the overnight. It's not good, but it'll support us.
It's a Chinese import.
Yeah.
The finest the Uyghurs can harvest.
Yeah. Instant. We just put an overnight sticker on a can of Folgers. Sell that.
Oh, yeah. I know, Woods. I still get angry.
The Sonics? Who are the Sonics?
Well, technically, Seattle has lost everything now because they don't have a team. Yeah, I'm getting off track again. There was a time frame where we had to get another team in order to keep all of the Sonic stuff. But since that time has passed, we still don't have a team. It all goes to Oklahoma.
No kidding.
But back to X Adam 1 said, I work hard for my money. I won't accept subpar because of political issues. I'd also buy a Turkish gun if I wanted one. The polls is where to make a difference. And, I do not have a problem
vote with your money. Also, me, for example, I don't want to buy Norinco guns because that money goes directly to the Chinese government.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a Norinco, just like I don't use TikTok.
Yep.
I won't use the Chi-Com social media platform. And for those who might not know, and I don't know this is absolutely true, I've heard this from a couple different stories where this
is exactly what I did, Telos. I bought Yugoslavian secondhand. Sorry to interrupt it.
TikTok will push the videos, the TikTok videos that are in line with the communist social program. And then for the US, they will push all dumb people videos.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not absolutely sure that's true, but I believe it.
I like your version. I just choose to believe it's true.
What's it saying? He bought a Stoger. He agrees with X Adam.
Yeah, Turkish. I buy American if there's an American option.
I try to, but even then, it's hard to know for sure. Is it made in America or is it assembled in America? You look at the car industry. Honda, Toyota, Nissan,
Yep.
they're made in the U.S., but they're owned by Japanese companies. Ford is made in Mexico.
Dodge is owned by Italians.
But I will, I do like to try and support American U.S. companies.
Or is it the other way around? Does Fiat own Dodge or does Dodge own Fiat?
Fiat owns Dodge.
Okay.
Whoops. So Gary's heading off to the roost. So have a good night.
Good night, Gary.
I sent you an email, Gary. So in the morning, if you haven't looked at your email, check it out.
Going back to your point about is it made here? Is it assembled here? When in doubt, you can always buy an old used one. Like an old Remington 870 instead of one of the new clunky ones that are flooding the market. Have you seen those? And the Remington 700s?
I don't think so.
There's a reason they went bankrupt. Their company really went to hell.
Yeah, that's one of my dream guns is an MP5.
Do the HK slap?
Yeah.
I
grew up in that era.
I got so close to buying a C308, and I think the guy waffled on me.
It happens.
Or he got killed in a hurricane. One of the two. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I don't know. Did we talk out that topic?
Quality over standards of company support. Like if you don't like Amazon, but you want to do online shopping, what are you going to do? Walmart? Who's the next biggest one? I'd say eBay, but eBay isn't the one selling.
I don't know. So I don't know, like Costco, I don't know how much they sell online.
I just ordered some dried goods from them. They have like 2-day shipping from the warehouse.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll order from them now and again. And then most of it I'll get pretty fast because it's, 90 miles north of me is the warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered some strawberry milk, some quick strawberry milk, and they put it in a box that was insulated, really well insulated. It almost looked like insulation bats. And then the bottom was lined with frozen water bottles to keep it cold. So not only did I get Nestle Quick, I got some free water bottles. And it came like the next day. But,
Oh, I've been muted this entire time.
Yeah. Woods is
Oops.
right. Amazon is a great example of you want to have convictions, but you also like stuff coming into your house.
I use eBay any chance I can get, just so I can support the small stores that are still on there, even though I don't like eBay that much.
I don't use eBay that often anymore. I used to use it a lot more. Um, I, I started using it. The first thing I ever bought on eBay was the engagement ring for my wife. I didn't even know if it was real, but it turned out because we had it reset and it was real, and I got a heck of a deal on it. So
I bet. I'll have to
worked
remember
out.
that one. What was I saying? Well, I was muted that whole time.
I don't know. You were muted.
1639. When 1639 passed, there was a lot of coverage over who donated money to the ballot initiative to get it passed. Do you remember this? Because
Yeah.
they were proud. And
Yeah.
they were saying, look at all these good people and companies that helped make Washington safer. And I remember there was a big article on Paul Allen. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
The owner of the Seahawks. And how much money he donated. I think he was the biggest donator, wasn't he?
It would have been either him or Schultz.
Yeah, one of the two. And I actually boycotted the Seahawks, but then he died, and I guess it's not really an issue anymore. But I don't think the Seahawks noticed that I didn't buy anything from them.
No, I did. Last year or the year before, I didn't watch any. Um, I forget it. I can't even remember why. I chose not to watch them. Something I was upset over. But yeah,
Did it involve coughing?
I don't know. But nobody cared.
No.
But principles. See, I have principles now and then. Again,
That is one thing. If I hate what you're doing more than I like your product, I'm not giving you my money. You have to have a really good product for me to overlook my convictions.
to kind of get back on topic, where stuff I meant, that's when you look at the, if you try and look up lists of anti-gun companies, there's you'll get one website that has this list, the other website has this list, and a lot of the same names are on the same list, but some that are on here aren't on this list, and vice versa. There are a lot of companies that show up on these lists, and a lot of the big companies that show up on these lists. So it's almost, it almost feels like if you want to participate in the world, you have to deal with some of these companies.
Yeah, it's impossible to avoid.
Unless you're going to live off grid.
In Montana, in a little cabin. That doesn't end well, I hear.
Well, not when you're mailing nail bombs to people. Or you're talking a different cabin.
No, I'm talking about him. That guy was a lunatic.
He was a professor.
It drives me nuts that people look up to him in parts of the gun community. But to each their own.
But I don't know, hopefully I made sense. Some sense. I wasn't just babbling for the last hour.
I think they're here for the babbling.
Could be. It's the way it feels like most of the time. I'm just kind of babbling. I don't know what's going on. I do know where I am, so that's a start. And it's not bad, X Adam once saying you don't have to live off grid, but you would have to spend a significant amount of money, which is true. When you buy local, you tend to pay more. Because that's, with a small company, their costs are higher. So they have to charge more. So if
Good
you can,
example. Buying mags for the upcoming Washington mag ban.
oh
Buying
yeah,
them local is so expensive. And the
it's
companies are really putting it to us right now because they know we need them. It's not a good look.
yeah, and the the gun shops that are closest to me aren't that great. Um, they're really small, so they don't have a lot to offer. They tend to be more expensive, we'll say,
Hmm.
and some of them are just assholes. I don't I don't get why there's so many assholes that work at gun shops. Um, the gun shop that I used to go to, I loved. They were the ones that I recommended everybody go to, and then there was a big changeover. Um, all the people that worked there left, and I think the management changed, and I will not go back there anymore.
That sucks. Yeah,
It does.
I miss my old local from before I moved. That shop was amazing. They had the best deals. I don't know how they were making a profit. They must have been drug runners on the side or something.
Well, that's kind of the way this shop was, where they were, $50 to $100 cheaper on a lot of the guns, and great customer service. They gave me a free hat. Um, they may have given me a free box of ammo, or I may have walked out without paying. I'm still not absolutely sure. Um, but I found another. It's actually another shop that's owned by the same. I don't know if they're kind of like a chain, or if they're both owned by the same people. They have the same name. Um, but the other shop is that great customer service that I was getting previously. So, what's it saying? Why are so many gun shop employees just bitter? I mean, you sell guns.
I have a theory. They're
What's that?
tired of working with the actual lunatics that are the non-bitter ones. They're either a lunatic or bitter, right?
Well, from the sounds, from you know what I've heard, a lot of people work at gun shops just for the discount.
Hmm.
And then there are a lot of uneducated um, people who buy guns and accessories. So it can probably get frustrating dealing with.
I feel called out.
Well, I'm not naming names. Telos is saying sales quotas and likely dumb customers.
My old local. Do you remember the when they came out with the M9A3? It came in that
Yeah.
ammo crate with a bunch of mags.
Uh,
They were selling those for $5.99 when they came out at my store. I don't know how they were making money.
I don't know. It's probably like where I used to live. There was a Chinese restaurant. Nobody was ever there. Pretty good food, uh, but it was always empty. Uh, and I swear it was a front company for there was.
That's a real
Uh,
thing, by the way.
I figured that it was a front company for the um, drug cartels, because there had been some um, people arrested for um, transporting drugs through the area.
Yeah, I'm not joking. That's a real thing. I worked for a pizzeria, and that's what they were doing.
Uh, Wheeled and well armed is going to bed. So, Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Found that out after I quit. It was not a good place.
I don't know. Now it's what's the sandwich joint that's really fast? Jimmy John's. I think it's a Jimmy John's now. So.
You order a sub and you get a brick of cocaine.
Well, no, you could never order fried rice. You had to be there at the right time to get fried rice. If you weren't there at the right time, you couldn't get fried rice. It's like one specific time during the day to get fried rice.
This is an amazing point. Do you know why they're not? Because they get tips for being nice, right? If gun dealers got tips, they'd be a lot nicer to us.
I used to bring cookies and donuts.
Yep.
It's always funny when I would, I'd hear them yelling from the back of the shop. Thanks. And then when I hadn't been there for a while, so I went in with cookies, and all the salesmen were different. And said, "Oh, I brought cookies," and they set them aside, and it's like they didn't want to touch them. They didn't know what to do with them. Well, they're for you. Go ahead.
It is fun to watch the salesman get fatter and fatter every time you do that, isn't it?
Gunpowder Beauty saying her husband worked in a pawn shop in Texas, barely making above minimum wage. Discount wasn't that great, but it wasn't too far from home, and it was the only place hiring right then.
I tried to get hired at one gun shop. They did not hire me. They broke the law in the interview, actually. That was fun.
Uh-oh. Did they ask about your old employer?
They asked if I was a Democrat in an interview. Oh, I was like, what? Came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I was only talking about equal rights for 10 minutes before that.
Woods is going to hit the rack. He's got some mom stuff to do in the morning. Thanks for hanging out, participating. Appreciate it.
That's a good point. It is officially Mother's Day for us as of 2 minutes ago.
It is. I picked up some chocolate-covered strawberries, which I'll post a picture on Instagram later.
I didn't do anything yet.
Well, it's for my wife. My mom's dead, so then,
Well, yeah, that still counts.
Yeah, usually I'll post pictures of. Well, I think last year it was there were some ducks in the pond with some chicks. Posted video of them, but usually it'll be. Did you ever see Kung Fu Hustle?
Is that the ping pong movie?
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about then.
Oh. But one of the characters, it's a lady. She's got curlers in her hairs and smokes a cigarette. I'd post like a picture of her and then say Happy Mother's Day. Looks like Telos is going to take off too.
Adios, Telos.
Thanks for swinging by. Andrew Carmichael says, just don't reply. You're a fascist.
What's that in response to?
I think you're. He might be replying to Gunmetal Guy. Either that or you. He thinks you're a fascist.
I am neither a Democrat or a fascist. It's amazing.
What,
I do get that a lot, though.
You don't have convictions?
I am a conservative independent. You've seen, I posted a political compasses before, right?
Yeah.
I'm a libertarian right. Unless I have no sleep, then I go a little bit up and left.
I think I was kind of center up. So, conservative, leaning fascist, maybe. I don't remember.
Republican with an iron fist.
That's right. Follow the rules.
Yeah. I might have got the job if I said that. Right? You're muted.
I thought I clicked the button. Oh, I don't know. That's like I said. Hopefully, whatever we talked about made sense. If you disagree, that's fine. There's room in this world for more than one opinion.
Yep. Just look into it before you say something with certainty. Like if somebody tells you leave Patreon because they're anti-gun, look into it. Maybe they're not anti-gun, they're just pro censoring people. Or maybe they're anti-gambling, right? Did we even talk about that?
No.
Because that's what they were getting these gun channels for. It was nothing to do with guns. It was the fact that they were running basically raffles.
Yeah, and that then you start dealing with federal law
And state and other countries. It's a big tangle of laws you're dealing with. And Patreon just said, we want nothing to do with it. You can't have raffles, period. People are still doing them too. Friend giveaways, quote unquote. You give me $5 a month and you're my friend. And I'll pick one special friend a month and I'll give him a gift card that he can use for anything, anywhere. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a way to do it, but I wouldn't call them anti-gun if they kick you off the platform for that.
I don't know. Are we out of topics?
Um,
Running out of steam.
We could dig into coffee a little bit more. There is some more there.
Sure.
If you want to scratch that.
No, go ahead. I don't have anything else to talk about.
So, Black Rifle Coffee Company. I think that's their official name, right?
I think
Black
so.
Rifle Coffee Company. They got in trouble. What was it? It was right after Rittenhouse, right?
Yeah.
So that must have been 2020. Yeah, late 2020. And they also they had a podcast that came out and a New York Times article where they interviewed one of the co-founders. And they took some quotes. They supposedly, depending on how you're looking at it, didn't want anything to do with MAGA, Proud Boy type people, which is two different type of people in my mind. I don't know why they threw MAGA people in there. What's your take on that?
Well, they probably just lumped them all into like Wignet category. The white nationalists, which it still is, the Proud Boys they don't care about race. And I've never met a Proud Boy. I'm not involved with the Proud Boys, but anything that I've seen, there's
They care about political beliefs
Yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my experience too. Also, not a Proud Boy or a MAGA person. Um, I don't understand why they tied, I mean, totally stupid from a PR perspective to your Black Rifle Coffee Company, and you say you don't want anything to do with MAGA people? Like, isn't that a good percentage of your consumer base? I don't know what they were thinking, or he specifically. And then it'd come out that he had donated to Democratic politicians, and it just snowballed from there. And people are still mad about it. Like, who was it? Brandon Herrera, the AK guy. I don't know if it's Brendan or Brandon. He did a collab with Black Rifle Coffee Company, and he got a bunch of downvotes to where he actually made a comment saying, I don't know what your guys' problem with this company is. And he talked about doing a video just on that. He never did. He said
He
he
must-
had the real story behind what was going on.
He must
I
have got
hate
a
when
lot
people
of
say that.
backlash over it.
To put out a comment. Yeah.
Well, to not make that video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the other thing with Black Rifle Coffee was they made a deal with the NRA, and I believe they did that after all the stuff came out about LaPierre. So they got a lot of lot more bad press from that.
Yeah, whoever's running their PR department is probably having a fun time dealing with their founders. But yeah, I think we linked the New York Times article in the description, right?
Yeah,
So people can read that. I'm not just going to pull quotes out. That'd be kind of unfair. The only fair way to do it is read the whole article, make up your own mind. But I don't drink coffee, so I don't really have a dog in this fight.
I don't either. I quit drinking coffee a long, long time ago.
I do like that though. When instead of giving someone Patreon money, I'd rather have them open up a store and sell me a product that I like, and they can make their profit off of that. It's win-win for both people. Like Demo Ranch, I'm not really a fan of his content, but
Hashtag
he has
Demo Ranch hates kids.
he has a whole side business, making T-shirts for people. It's pretty smart.
Yeah, that's I don't have a problem with that. If you want to support a channel, support a channel. If you want to buy their merch, buy their merch. That's a way to support them.
I've done both. I think they would make more money with merch than just donations, though. That's just my hunch,
Well,
depending on the merch.
I would, yeah. I think most. Well, I can't say that would be a lot. We'll say a lot of channels just use like Teespring, where
Yeah.
Teespring handles everything for them. They just upload a design. I did try and do a T-shirt, not for sale, but to do for giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
But it's too close to a copyrighted image, so they wouldn't do it. M. Gabriel, how's it going? He says, "Yup."
I wonder. I bet you my logo would get past that.
I would think so. Yeah, that's one thing that, I would like eventually to have patches to give to people. But I'm not sure about that copyright stuff.
Yeah, we can talk about that more off air. I got a few ideas on what we could
Um,
do.
Yeah. So someday I might have patches, that'll go with the stickers when I do giveaways. But for now, it's just stickers because I found a place that doesn't question. They don't ask questions.
You'll have to give me their link.
Um, I don't know. Is there anything else?
Starbucks sucks.
Starbucks does suck. I absolutely do not understand why people like Starbucks. You know, I can see some people like it just because everybody likes something different, but why do so many people like Starbucks? It is not good coffee, and
Do you know
it's
why?
really expensive. The exclusivity.
It's because it tastes the same no matter where you go.
Well, that's quality.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, that's a can be considered quality. Rather, you know, it may not taste well, but you get the same as McDonald's.
Exactly.
You
You know what you're getting.
Any McDonald's you go to, um, when I went to the McDonald's in Japan, the cheeseburger tastes exactly the same.
Yep.
And that is one definition of quality. But their coffee sucks. The only thing they had that I liked, they got rid of, was the Tazo berry tea. Was it tea? Oh, Tazo berry drink that they had. I liked that, and it didn't last very long. Went
That's like
into
what?
went in,
Top five
went,
thing that came out of Washington?
yeah,
Starbucks,
Amazon and Starbucks and
Microsoft,
Costco,
Costco,
Microsoft, Boeing.
Boeing, Starbucks. Sorry,
Um,
people that hate Starbucks, you can blame us.
Taco Bell, Taco Time,
Taco
Time,
time.
Taco
Delicious.
Time.
Super expensive.
Yeah, I like both Taco Bell and Taco Time. I liked Taco Bell when it was super cheap, and you can get a box of tacos for like $5.
You get like the 12 taco party pack thing.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Yep. I used to stop at there was when I lived up SeaTac. There was a Taco Bell up there that was 24 hours, so I'd stop on the way home from work in the morning, pick up some tacos.
You know what's fun is when you run into one of those combo restaurants where it's like a A&W and a KFC or a
Yeah.
Taco Bell and a Pizza Hut. Late night munchie call. Yeah, that's fun.
That's the way the KFC is here. It's A&W KFC.
Wonder where. You haven't seen one of those in a while, but they're good.
Oh, what?
An A&W KFC
Oh,
combo.
yeah. Most of the time, I think you see it's a Pizza Hut something else combination. I don't remember what the other thing is.
Taco Bell.
Could be. I don't know because first time I saw one was in Japan.
Aren't they all owned by Pepsi?
PepsiCo, yeah.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it?
And
You're so big, you're owned by the soda company.
Well, the soda, I can't remember if it was Pepsi, but There's a Japanese beverage company that owns like most of the beverage companies.
Yum Brands. That's what they're saying in the side chat.
I can't remember if it was Kieran.
Well, I said that wrong. The soda company is so big it buys the restaurant that it used to sell soda at. That's pretty cool, in my opinion. Right?
Yeah. They made it work.
It really lets you know the profit margin on a Pepsi.
It is insane.
Right.
That's where they make their money.
Sugar water.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even sugar anymore.
sodas.
It's corn syrup.
Yeah, because it's what they're charging you, what, $2 or more, costs like a nickel, maybe a dime.
Yep, just this little tiny squirt of syrup in the soda machine. Is there anything worse than a soda machine that ran out of syrup? You like get a Sprite and it had no syrup in it. You drove away.
Yeah, that always,
That's a bummer.
when the mix is off, whether it's the syrup is low or there's, just when it's off, then it's disappointing.
Yeah. Kind of ruins the meal.
Yeah, I don't really drink sodas anymore.
I do green tea. Nice
I drink
cold green tea.
most of the time it's just water, um, and then Crystal Light, like the lemonade or the orange, and then I'll throw in like Tang just to mix it up. Now and
Tang. I
again.
haven't had Tang in a long time.
Yeah, I ordered a Tang from Costco, and I did not realize it was a can like that big.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so I have a lot of Tang.
It's probably going to turn into a solid piece of rock from soaking up all the hydration or the humidity before you get it done.
I just chew on it then.
You ever done that with like a Gatorade mix?
Yeah. It starts to crystallize.
Yeah.
That's what I use for work. I have a 40-ounce water bottle and then a smaller 20-ounce that I'll keep. One I'll keep out for when I'm working, and then when I'm on break, I have the smaller one. And if it's a load night, then I'll have a Gatorade mix. Because water hasn't been quite enough. I'm still ended up
Needs a
getting a
little
little.
extra energy.
Yeah, just because when your lips get a little gunked up because you're getting a little dehydrated.
Yep.
Yeah, the water wasn't taking care of that, so I started having the Gatorade, and that helped.
Brondo, the thirst quencher. Remember that?
No.
Idiocracy. Everyone's drinking.
Oh yeah.
Brondo.
Yeah.
They're watering the plants with Brondo.
No. Thought I was going to sneeze. I was trying to find the mute button, but
F1 on your keyboard will mute.
really?
Yep.
Oh, I see that. Can you hear me? That
Yes.
mute me? That work?
No.
Yeah.
That'd be funny though. You think you mute, you say something super offensive, you're still live.
Well, it muted the sound. I couldn't hear you, but it didn't mute my mic.
Oh, did you mute me?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, no, I think it muted the sound to my computer. It
Oh,
did.
so you probably need to hit the function key and then F1.
I'm not worried about it now.
Brondo. Oh, you clicked on it too. It's got what plants crave. Too bad we can't get sponsored by Brondo. That'd be
I
some
don't know.
fun ads.
I don't want sponsors. That's why, similar to I'm not monetized. I don't have sponsors. I just don't want any of that. That's not my bag, man.
I mean, fake sponsors,
Oh,
quote unquote fake, from companies that haven't been around for the last 70 years.
well, that's what the commercials I play for the Wednesday night show.
Yep.
Oh, I meant to make a trailer so I could play that. Yeah, for the Wednesday nights is the Wednesday night mouse party. That one's just a chat to hang out and have fun, because there's a lot of uptight motherfuckers on the internet, and sometimes you just need to have fun. So, we talk about whatever we want to talk about. If somebody brings up something serious, we can talk about it. But for the most part, it's just, have some fun, nothing too stressing.
It's a lot more like what we're doing right now than what we were doing the previous hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun. And we do them weekly
Yes.
instead of every other week.
Every Wednesday. It was also going to be twice a month, but Baron wanted to do it every week, so we're doing it every week.
It is fun.
It is. I do enjoy it. I enjoy doing this one too. It's just a different kind of enjoy.
This is more homework. Well,
Yeah.
Not that this is homework, but we got to do more homework to do this.
It's the more serious, more grown up chat. The other one is more hanging out with buddies.
Yeah, we've grown the panel quite a bit. We've got like 8, 9 people now we can have pop in regularly.
Yeah, I think part of that is the time slot. It's a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Well, I guess it's later than this one. Or what the hell time is it? Oh, yeah, 10:30. It's usually 10:30. Wednesdays at 10:30.
So it's a half hour earlier.
Yeah, that half hour makes a difference.
It was an hour earlier, but G-Webs runs the tactical quiz a little loose sometimes, and we would go over.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't checked out the tactical quiz, also that's on Gun Website's channel, Wednesdays at 9 Pacific. If you're in a different time zone, you have to do your own conversions. But it's fun. He runs some quizzes, usually like 3, depending on what's going on.
And anyone can join. All they have to do is be a patron of Gun Websites. And he will give you a link, and you can join the show. You just have to have a microphone and a way of sharing your screen if needed.
But it's fun. I enjoy it.
Last quiz was Star Wars knowledge.
It was.
That was fun.
Yep. I've only won 1. Baron has won 2. DJ Play Nice, who was out here earlier, he has won also 2.
And Guns and Barbecue also has won 2.
Oh, has he?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the loser. Yeah.
They were talking about doing a tiebreaker between the 3 of us.
DJ's ready for that. The rap battle tiebreaker.
He can just win. And
He's ready. He's got pages and notes.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I was going to say vocally talented, but I'm not musically vocally talented. We'll put it that way.
Got the goddamn bacons out there. I don't think anybody brought the booze tonight. Sorry.
Nope. My rap battle would sound something like William Shatner trying to rap, something like that. It'd be bad.
Sit on a stool.
Yeah, smoke a cigar.
Gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown breaks me round.
Yeah, Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Goddamn Bacon said he's musically talented, so maybe he can help you out. He can write you some rhymes.
We can have him pop in, pretend to be me. We can give him a Baron soundboard. He can just play cues when he needs to.
Wiki, 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 wiki. Yeah, but if you haven't checked out the Goddamn Bacon, he's got some epic chats. He'll go like 7-8 hours. I think his last one was 8 hours. I watched like probably half of it and then kind of pooped out.
8 hours?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, he's a machine. He's usually drinking, so he's a drunken machine.
Yeah, I saw one of his chats. I don't know which one it was. I think it was his most recent one. I did not watch all 8 hours, though.
And he's local. He's just
Poor bastard.
half hour. You're a half hour north of me. He's up by Woods, PNW Woods.
Bacon, you got all your mags? July 1st is coming.
And hell's coming with it.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
I
were just
went
talking
on.
about that before the chat.
I was looking online for. I figured, well, I'll pick up some more magazine for my handguns, and everything's out of stock for what I need.
Mm-hmm. That's when you're supposed to panic and sell everything you own and then just buy Glocks and buy Glock mags, right?
Well, I was looking for Glock mags. I was looking for G20 mags. Those ones I think I could find.
Probably.
It's just the rest of them, are out of stock.
Yeah, I bought early and I bought a lot. I'm good to go.
I don't know. I'm not too worried, but I figured why not? Because once the new law goes into effect, then I can't get parts.
Legally. Yeah.
What you can, well, if you were to take your magazines out of state, you can bring them back into state. And there's nobody there to count your magazines as you're traveling. So there's that.
Here's a good question for you. Let's say someone like me was to buy a bunch of mags and then move. Let's say they moved to Idaho. Can I then move back after the ban goes into effect with my mags?
No. I don't believe so.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. Well, technically, I think the term is bullshit. It is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But I am not a lawyer, so I'm not sure.
In that case, I left them in a locker at a train station, and I came back and they never left the state, right? It's an official story. We're going to have to delete this section of the podcast.
We'll edit it out. I'll just
We'll
cut
just
it
say
out.
it was a copyright strike. The audio is just gone.
Pink Panthers out there. How's it going? Pink Panther is another denizen of the night. Oh, I guess I meant to say what I clicked on. Back in the good old days, chats used to go for 8 hours every night. Then it got good when you got off air.
That was when you had a few chats. Now everyone's got their own chat. There's a bunch of chats that go an hour or 2 hours. Can you imagine if every chat went 8 hours?
Ooh, I don't know. That's tough.
You'd be corking someone every time you went live.
Yeah. But to go back and answer the goddamn next, wait, you're up here in Washington. Yep. Actually, both of us are in Washington.
Yep.
I'm just south of you, and Barron is in an undisclosed location.
I'm in a bunker in the Cascades.
Well, it's more of a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Half dug hole
A daylight basement in the Cascades.
with some plywood over top. Drew Bradley. Speaking of mags, anybody know or speculate why, for example, AR mags, the 30 round is cheaper than the lesser count mags like the 20 or even the 15 round mags? I would think it's production numbers.
Yep. And demand. There's a lower demand.
I do have some, most of this, like 15, I think I have some 20s, but those are more for like the Grendel, for this 6.5 Grendel. And then they're good to have just for,
Bench rest.
yeah, so they're not in the way. But most of what I have is more than that.
I have one 20 round mag. That's it. Everything else is 30s.
So I've got one. I think this is a 10. A little stubby. Yeah. A little 10 round magazine.
That's the same reason, by the way, that the Grendel mags cost more. That's because there's not that many people making them, and there's not that many people that need them. So they can charge whatever they want.
It's mainly because the people who have Grendels are more sophisticated, so they're willing to spend more.
You might be right. I still need to buy a Grendel upper.
Oh, is the Grendel passe? Nobody talks about it anymore.
I still want to build one, but I wanted to find ammo before I bought the upper. Instead of buying an upper and not be able to find ammo.
I kind of went the other way, where I wanted something, so I buy it and then scrounge for ammunition.
Yeah, my dumbass. I bought a 7.62 by 39 upper for an AR right before the Russian ammo ban. That didn't go well.
I don't know. Has the ban really had an effect? Because there wasn't really any ammo to buy anyways.
On price, yeah. It was coming down, then that happened, and it went back up. I don't know what it is now. I did just end up buying some.
I did. I kept buying, even with the high prices. When I would find something, I'd just buy a box,
Yep.
maybe 2 boxes.
Yeah.
I know I was pretty much overpaying, but I would rather have it and pay a little more than, wait and hope for prices to come down and not have anything.
I remember waiting for 22 long rifle to come back down. It never came back down. to what I was hoping for. I could have just been shooting 22 that whole time. You remember how cheap it used to be? The
Yeah.
good old days. I miss those.
Oh, they're gone.
You go spend $20 and shoot 22 for 4 hours.
I don't know. I like, I really like my Marlin 60. It's probably one of my favorite guns.
I love those
But
guns.
on the whole, I don't enjoy shooting 22. It just doesn't do it for me. I'm kind of a recoil junkie. I like the big boomers.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Are you just shooting paper?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Um,
If you
I
took
haven't.
that Model 60 to like a bowling pin shoot, bet you'd have way more fun.
Well, like I said, the 60, I enjoy shooting that no matter what.
Mhm.
But like I've got a Caltech P17. Eh, eh, I'll shoot it just because it needs to be run now and again. But I don't really enjoy it.
I'm either doing one or two things with a 22. I'm shooting objects like sodas or bowling pins or like a dueling tree, something like that. Or I'm shooting bullseye with it. On
Yeah, I
paper.
keep the one of the ranges I'm a member of. They do competitions and stuff, which I'd like to do. I just haven't ever done it, which is a shame. One of the guys that I took to the range, that's on one of my take your friend to the range videos, who after I took him, he bought his own gun and he does the competitions now at the gun range.
That's great. Good job on that.
It is. I consider that a success story. He's I don't know. I don't know if I'd say converted him because he was already interested. I just helped give him that extra little push over the edge. And there's been other people who are interested, but they haven't pulled the trigger, as it were. And then there's another person who wants to go because they want to buy a gun for self-defense.
Yeah, do you have enough mags for that?
Um, maybe buy some more tubes. But it's just, they want to, but they've got, the kids and doing sports and stuff. So there's always, excuses. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to harp on them. Don't want to push them too hard, or you end up pushing them away where they don't want to deal with it at all.
Yep.
So just now and again, I'll bring up, hey, when do you want to go to the range?
Yeah, I wish our local places would do kind of like what Tony Simon does with his diversity shoots. Like, come out, we'll provide the guns, we'll provide the ammo. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that's that's kind of the philosophy that I use, where all they have to do is come. Show up, we'll say. I'll provide everything else. They don't have to worry about anything. It's no cost to them. Their job is just to show up and have fun. And everybody does have fun.
That is real hard to do with the price of ammo now.
It is. We don't shoot as much as when I first started doing that. But, it's something I believe in, so I'm willing to to pay for it.
For example, if somebody wanted to shoot my Garand, like, hey, how many 30-06 can I shoot? Like, how about 8? Is 8 okay? That's like $16.
This one's for you, and this
Yes.
one's for me.
Gets
Yeah,
expensive
there's
fast.
one of the guys that I took to the range. I wanted it's try and get him out to shoot the bigger caliber stuff. The 44 mag and the 30-06. But every time we've tried to work it out, something will happen where it'll rain or
His
something
grandmother
else.
died 5
Yeah.
weeks in a row.
But that's just part of the philosophy where trying to introduce people who are maybe not familiar with guns, or even if somebody hasn't gone in a while, it's always just fun to go shoot with them. But if you can reach those people who are borderline or don't have have never had an exposure to a gun, never shot a gun, and they're afraid of guns. So maybe if we show them that, as long as you're careful, there's, nothing to worry about. And they may not buy one themselves, but maybe they'll think about it when they're voting, where, they'll say Foss was, he's not some crazy gun nut guy, so maybe they're not all that way, A t-shirt that's 2 sizes too small, they run around grunting and shouting at people.
I feel like you're talking about somebody specific.
Well, a category of people.
Yeah.
But and it may just be a fool's errand where it doesn't lead to anything. But I'm willing to put the effort, put the time, because I think that's something worthwhile.
Speaking of range trips, you and I are going to be doing a range trip here soon. Before the year's out.
Yes.
Maybe make a video.
Bring a Garand. I want to shoot a Garand.
I might bring more than one.
I'll pay for it.
We can have a Garand shooting competition. How's that?
We'll have a Garand time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring I'll bring like the 300 Blackout. You can
Ooh.
with the can.
I am jealous of that.
Cans are fun. I enjoy shooting it. Ba-doo, ba-doo.
I don't know if I mentioned this to you or on the chat. I got invited to a machine gun shoot. Did I tell you this?
Really? In Idaho?
Yeah. No, in Washington.
Really?
Run by Sporting Systems down in Vancouver.
Wow. Wait, they've got their. Well, I wonder if they'll do it at the.
It was somewhere up north
Oh,
of Vancouver,
I was
but I
gonna-
couldn't make it.
I was wondering if they would just do it at the Minuteman Ammo range, their testing range.
Maybe. But yeah, it got put on by the Washington Civil Rights Association for their top level volunteers.
Wow.
It killed me that I couldn't go to that. Machine gun shoot, free ammo. Oh,
That would be. I've never shot a fully auto anything.
yeah.
I'm not really interested in owning one. If there
We
wasn't
can't
an
even-
NFA, then yeah, sure, I would own some.
Well, he
But-
can't even do that in Washington. full autos are totally banned here. We can't transfer them, period, even if they're
Yeah.
pre-86.
Well, if you
Beside the point.
keep your mouth shut, there's lots of stuff you can do. I'm saying. I don't understand why there's so many people that need to blab what they're doing. You know,
Those people go to range trips and a bunch of black SUVs show up.
well, yeah, I was going to say those are the people that go to jail. So.
It is a
And
bummer, though.
I'm not encouraging anyone to break any laws.
No, just don't talk about that on a podcast.
Yeah, I am, as far as anyone knows, I am a completely law-abiding citizen.
I am Foss's FBI handler, and I can confirm that.
You're not supposed to say that part.
Oh, we'll just clip this off the end. Don't worry. No one's watching. It is a bummer. In Washington, if you had a transferable machine gun before they banned them, you can't transfer it to anyone but out of state. So you're stuck with it. I don't know if you can inherit it, though. Like if your grandfather had a Tommy gun, passes away, I don't know if you can leave it to your kid or your grandson.
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
That's a bummer.
Again, that's that's where the legal term it's bullshit.
Yep.
Oh,
Should we do the closing? Wrap it up?
yeah, we're kind of working that way. Well, Goddamn Bacon said, well, it helps knowing you guys are up here in Washington. Now the late night streams make a bit more sense. That's being generous. I don't know if much we do makes sense. But
Well,
we're still
streaming
doing it.
till 4 a.m. Eastern would seem a little bit more crazy than just 1 a.m. Pacific, right?
Yeah. Gunmetal guys throwing gang signs. So.
Peace, thumbs up, okay sign, rock on. What's the...
Oop.
I don't know them all.
Peace,
I'm not
thumbs
hip.
up. Okay. The rock one, the shaka, and the fist. Pink says is not watching but listening. It's probably at work.
Imagine getting paid to listen to us.
Yeah, I think Pink is a manager, so Pink does what Pink wants to do.
That's nice.
Drew is saying a way to fix the machine gun ban is everybody in the USA build one.
He's kidding, but he's not kidding.
Yeah. But so what were you saying before I interrupted you?
We want to do the closing? Wrap it up?
I guess so.
What's the closing spiel again?
Yeah, I don't have a clue. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
We had a list at one point. What's your little board say?
Says pre-show number 1 email banner. We did that. Number 2, finish prep for A and B topics. I guess we did that. Start of show number 1. Please like and comment. Number 2, poll question at the start of the show. Well, the poll question is kind of moved to Wednesday nights.
Yep.
Number 3, channel links. You can throw your channel link out there.
Yeah. I'm a somewhat successful shit poster. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Number 4, server links. There's a link to the Discord server in the description. And then also there was one out in the side chat that Baron posted. Middle of the show, sponsored jokes, that also is kind of moved to Wednesdays. And then end of show, sign off.
That's it. Now they know our
That's all I
secret.
got. Yeah. Now everybody else can run their own show. We'll let the cat out of the bag. But let me go back. Goddamn Bacon saying, hey, it isn't even 1 a.m. on Saturday night. Where are y'all going?
Yeah, we used to start the show at 1 a.m.
Yeah, we're not the epic streamers, and I'm getting old.
To make gray hairs on my end too.
Yeah. But I appreciate everybody hanging out, and anybody that watches this in replay. I don't know if I should apologize or thank you. So I'm sorry, but I'm thankful. Oh, Tara Smith's Kitchen just woke up just in time to hear us say goodbye.
Gonna have to go back and rewind.
Oh, can you look up real quick? Throw a link to Guns and Barbecue, the video he did.
Yes, I can. Give me a moment.
So there's a link that Baron will put out there. It's for Tara Smith. She had a motorcycle accident not too long ago and still recovering. So there's Patreon, or not Patreon, PayPal. Is it PayPal?
PayPal.
And then there's a fundraiser. So watch this video. It's Guns and Barbecue put out the video, and he's doing, for those who donate, he's looking to find a friend to give some stuff to. We'll say that. So
well put.
So check out that video, or you can just all right. Hold on. Wait, where'd my email go? If you hopefully it's on, I can shoot. Some of my emails show up on my laptop, and some of them will show up on my phone. So I have to go back and forth to find all my emails. So just bear with me for just a moment. There we go. Is it in here?
Yeah, what's the best way to put it? Barbecue likes to give things to his friends, and any friend of Tara is a friend of him. And a friend of Tara will donate to her fundraiser. How's that sound?
Sure. And here is a link. So if you got a couple bucks, you maybe throw her away, help her out while she's recovering and unable to work. She's a truck driver, and she's not able to drive her truck right now. So, I guess I need to post the link so you can see the link. There we go. There's a link if anybody wants to throw a couple bucks that way.
I know I donated. What? It was when he put up that video. How long's it been?
A couple days. Yeah. But
so Tara has my real name now.
Oh, Lordy.
Yep.
Other than that, appreciate everybody hanging out. And again, if you're watching this in replay and made it this far, leave some comments. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you think. And so if there is, if your mother is still around, or your wife, girlfriend, or just some random chick you see on the sidewalk, Tell them Happy Mother's Day.
Shit. I'm supposed to do something for the girlfriend?
That's up to you.
You still here? It's over. Go home. No.